After the close call with Valkyrie, we got to get the robot ready now to face Orbitron. Now, Orbitron is an interesting machine, and this is kind of, I don't know how a lot of combat's probably going to go from this point forward. All of their controls for the robot are all AI. It's all being run through a computer to pick out the best angles of attack and whatnot. So definitely some new tech that's coming into the sport that we're all kind of excited to see what they do with it. So we had some repairs to do on the robot after the Valkyrie fights, had some frame damage to do, and wanted to do pick a different weapon setup to face against Orbitron. So first thing we got to do is get all those repairs done, and then we got to get in the arena and kind of give it a spin test and see what happens. So this is our test before the match.
Well, it drives normally. All right. It drives normally. Yeah. What's that?
Oh, yeah! Oh, success! I'm a package.
Let it go all the way down. It's spinning down on its own.
Wait, it's smoking right there.
What happened?
That bearing is
What bearing?
the bearing that.
Nut.
Yeah.
It spun down on its own.
Okay. Try hitting it again real quick. Okay. Turn it off.
Yeah.
Okay, so something's binding up there on that front. We'll pull it out and we'll see what's going on.
All right. Okay.
Well, obviously that didn't go the way we wanted it to go. This is the weapon bar that I wanted to use in that particular match. So it's still an AR bar like some of the other ones I've run. This one has a nice, clean, fresh cutting edge, right? You know, and because it's a little longer than the other one, does a little better as far as kinetic energy goes. So this is a really solid choice. The problem comes from the fact that the mount system on this is actually fairly old, and the bushings have sort of worn a little bit in there, and they don't quite fit as tightly in the steel tubing as they did originally. And if those bushings can shift, sometimes they can misalign in there slightly on the shaft, and that's what happened here. It basically locked up. They just wouldn't turn anymore. And if I was home at my shop, I could put it on the lathe, could have run a line bore through it. I could have cleaned it up. We could have made it work. It wasn't something I could fix at the event. And so we had the hard time of trying to get it apart, get the shaft out of there so we could fix it. And then we had to set up one of the other weapons. So we went back to the weapon bar we used against Hypershock. And not really the best choice for this particular match, but at least it was something we could make work. So this is all us just trying to tear it apart and get this one out and get the other one put back in there.
The pin is binding inside.
Because if we're taking the whole module off, right? I mean, we should keep testing that, just simultaneously.
Test this one first?
Can I keep taking at least most of the bolts off or starting most of the bolts off?
I think we can first test it off the shaft.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's put up the... Maybe that's going to catch the chain. Got it?
this way far enough to swap off. And we're not going to use it. Those had moved in there somewhere where they were binding against the pin. So our only real choice now is to go back to the black bar. Well, okay, the right way to look at this is we had an issue that would have crippled us that we found. Okay. Now we don't necessarily know that we corrected it, but we have found an issue that we addressed. So we have our best chance, I think, as it sits right now, to go in and get a win.
It's Tombstone! This is Orbitron!
All right, good luck, guys.
This one's for Counter Revolution.
That's awesome.
Very good.
Let the bus happening in! Orbitron straight out of the box! A massive hit! Tombstone got out! I thought he was going to be stuck up there, Steve. I did too, Bill. I thought it could have been over already. Orbitron is relentless here. Wow, what a great start to the fight. Oh! Can Tombstone get that weapon going again? Fingers crossed. Can feel the buzz of that weapon of Orbitron. He's just chipping away at Tombstone right now. Tombstone needs to create some space here, but he's not looking too promising. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Orbitron still right now. It's not a good sign. Oh, no! Come on, Orbitron, back to speed.
Get away! What happens if you Okay, leave him alone. They're high center.
And now he's out again. Can you believe it?
Don't touch him. Don't touch him. It doesn't work.
Come on, Orbitron.
All right, Orbitron, I'm going to start a countdown if I don't see any movement here.
Can he come back from the dead once more, ladies and gentlemen?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You should be proud of it. I'm telling you, it works really well. In the big picture, though, I mean, because what you needed here was to show off how well the robot works against some top-tier opponents to get on the show later on, and 100% you did that. Yeah, you stood toe-to-toe with both Hypershock and Tombstone. You handled Valkyrie. I mean, you just handled them.
Yeah, we were.
So I mean, the big picture is you guys are moving in the right direction. that's part of winning, is making sure that you are still moving at the end of the match.
Yeah.
And doing that, the robot is still moving at the end of 3 minutes, will win you half the matches. Just that alone. Just still being the one moving at the end of the match.
Right.
Feel good about how this turned out. You did exactly what you needed to do this weekend. You belong here.
Everybody in the YouTube comments, just hit his wheels, just hit his wheels. We did.
Yeah.
We did hit their wheels. We had a fault in the middle there with the control board, but we have those that are redundant, so we just switched to the next one. Robot kept working. So we know that that system works. Literally, we have magnets on the bottom to give us the performance we need, and those magnets stuck to his chain that we knocked off, and basically we had no traction. Our wheels were off the ground, and we ended up losing the fight because of that. So got to work on our self-righting and our magnet removal mechanism.
It's solid enough that they could be a major player as far as how deep they go in the bracket, and everybody will have to plan differently because of what they can do different than everybody else can.
Well, that was an interesting match. Right up front, they went across the arena to try to get to us before we could spin up, and they managed to get what I would call a fairly lucky hit. When they hit the robot up and bounced it up, which we sort of expected, they managed to catch on the bottom of the robot exactly where the wire comes down and connects to the weapon motor. And their weapon is not massively large, but it was the right shape to cut the little support there and get in and cut that wire. I don't know if you noticed, there was like some sparks shooting all over after that first hit. That was that wire bouncing around all in there, shorting out against the frame and the armor package. So they got, I wouldn't say it was lucky because they got the hit they were after. They were trying to certainly hit the way they did, but the results from it were certainly lucky. They managed to cut that wire right up front. So immediately they were able to take the weapon out on Tombstone, which is, Tombstone has no plan B, all right? And so from there, the match just had to progress with them beating the snot out of us and us just trying to take it. And eventually what happened was they cut off a piece of the chain that they got high-centered on and they couldn't drive anymore. And so they got lucky up front, but we got lucky at the end and managed to get the victory, which is really good. I wanted Justin to get at least a victory out of the weekend. So it was kind of a cool moment all the way around.